subject of non-verbal communication, interpersonal communication, I thought we could demonstrate the principles by way of a test using a card trick, believe it or not. Whereas I'll try and read somebody's body language, and you've all heard the term poker face, keep a poker face so you don't give the game away. But you know, it's because of human evolution over millions of years, as humans, we've got this need, this want to communicate with people. That's how the human race moved on, didn't it? By communicating with each other. And as soon as you close one channel of communication off, in other words, no speaking, that communication is dying to get out in another way. And believe it or not, you've got no control over that. You might think you have, but it's your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind, that's actually in control. And I can demonstrate that. If Josh would like to come up, give me a hand. Josh, give him a round of applause. Just stand there, Josh. Right, now I could stand back and ask Josh to simply pick a card, which most magicians would do, wouldn't they? But you know, if I were you, I'd be very suspicious of that. Because if Josh was to pick a card and these cards were marked, I could just read the back of the card as it goes through. Wouldn't that be true? Yeah? So I've thought of a way how Josh can look at a card, and even if, and I do say even if, these cards were marked, it wouldn't help me. Because if I were to ask Josh to just make a free cut, go like this, and have a look at the card he was looking at, then if I can't see the back of that card, does that make sense? Yeah. Then it wouldn't even matter if the cards were marked. Everyone agreed? Yeah? So Josh, up to you. You can cut light, cut deep, cut very deep, but just make a cut and have a look at the card you cut to. Don't show anybody else, because if you do, they'll say that somebody passed me signals. Yeah? So can you remember that card? You won't forget it. Now just turn to face me, Josh, and just relax. We'll just move this chair out of the way. Just step that way a bit.
It can fall backwards without hurting yourself.
Yeah. It's not a hypnosis show. Obviously, Josh has got a card in mind now, and it would be true for me to say that's either a red or a black card. Yeah? So, what I want you to do is think of this as being your red hand, and think of this as being your black hand. Obviously, one of those cards, is the colour of that card is on your mind now. Okay? Just concentrate on that. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but did you see his head slightly from where he's just slightly leant to one side, so and the nose gives it away? You saw it, didn't you?
It's a black.
Yeah, so it's a black card. Just answer yes or no, would that be correct? So we've established the black card. Josh, just shake off. Now don't make it so easy for me this time. So we've established it's black. Now obviously we're thinking clubs and spades, yeah? Hold out your hands again, Josh. This is your club hand, this is your spade hand. Oh, not to give it away, isn't it? That's good. Just concentrate and think about that, either clubs or spade, that hand's getting heavier and heavier. And it's just getting so heavy, your guilty conscience just can't support it any longer, but it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Oh, I can feel the tension in this arm there. I said, try not to make it so easy for me. So we've established it's a spade, is that correct? A spade, a black card, a spade. Last but not least, let's get to the value. Hold up your hands like this, Josh. Touch mine. Okay, now look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you just repeat that? Can you just say out loud 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And as I'm doing it,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
I'm going to go for this one, 7. Would that be correct? The 7 of spades? Give me a round of applause.